Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let Us Play series for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I am S.A.N, and when we last left off, we had explored near the Lost Woods. Unfortunately, due to considerable amounts of lagging and desynchronization, the video kind of turned out in relatively poor quality. However, based on the views it's been getting for the past week, none of you seem to mind too much, so thank you all for actually watching it, because I did try and salvage it as best as I could, even if I think it was kind of in an unwatchable state. So I did some more off-screen stuff, and we're back here at Ligo's Landing, and there's a thunderstorm in the process at the moment. One of the things I did, as you can see, is I got 900 crystallized charges. I basically went and farmed Zonite. And pose, but I don't have much use for his pose anymore. The crystallized, this is going to bring us up to the full 8, I believe, because it's 100 per. So I want to start with that. I have a few other things to do today, and we'll be heading towards the next regional phenomenon afterwards. I'm going to try and watch the lagging issue and try to avoid it as much as possible. I'll probably stop recording if it gets too bad and try and save the footage like I did a couple weeks ago. However, first, this should get us up to 8 full energy cells. So let's start with that, because that should really make exploring this game much easier. Yes. Alright, this should complete it, I think. I'm not sure what the construction process here is with that pneumatic press. 9 energy wells. There we go. I would enjoy further visits from... Alright, by the sounds of it, we can increase this more than just to the 8? Huh. That is interesting. Huh. Well, that's something to look forward to in the future, I guess. But at the moment, 8 should be more than sufficient. Alright. So we have 2 regional phenomena left to do. I really do not want to go to Eldin, because if you saw my video last time, the very air there burns, so we're probably going to head towards Lanayru. But there's a few other things to do first. I found this shrine over here while I was out exploring off-screen camera, and that's also right next to the last Great Fairies Fountain, which might be worth activating. So there's a quest for that, which I have. And there's a few points here you'll notice on my map, some beacons. They're in the depths. These are supposed to be the location of obsidian froxes, or frox, I guess. I actually did kill one already. They're not that different from standard froxes. These are needed to upgrade the gloom armor, which is why I'd like to start with that next, to get it upgraded before we go on to the next temple, or dungeon. I already took one out. They weren't too much more difficult than the average froxes, so I'd like to start there. I'll show you this one because I kind of felt a little bad that I killed the first one off camera, but it was too convenient for me not to do it. Alright, so there's a few areas I can go to. This one apparently is an area I've already been to, so I doubt I got the positioning of that right. So, let's go to this one, because it's relatively near a... That's the other thing. I'm not entirely sure how accurate these are. But it's either that or wait till a blood moon and find the one I already dealt with. If I can find it again. I did mark it on my map. Oh yeah, this one. And I'm going to be freezing immediately, yeah. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Alright, it lagged there for a second. See, the other problem is I don't know exactly how long of a lag is a problem. It's random sometimes. Oh, well, there goes that chest. So I've been trying to think of ways I can deal with that. I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is by this point, because if you haven't noticed, the videos we record for the Dice Cast, which we record directly through Zoom, since we started doing that, those issues of desynchronization have kind of evaporated. So I think it has something to do with the recording software I'm using. One thing I'm going to try and do is keep track of the lagging, and if it lags for too long, I'll pause and or stop and just get that footage and then restart. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is actually just breaking the recording up into two parts in general, just stopping at the close to the hour mark and resuming for the second half. Alright, this should be the way down. Alright. Oh, we're in water. Alright. Step down here. Alright. So not too far from some bomb flowers, because I've been using up a lot of those. Is that a light root? I think so. I haven't been in this part of the depths so far. Well, I've completed the surface map and the sky map. My depths map is still a little underdeveloped. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna head for those light roots first, just to light things up down here. Because this, from what little I can see of this terrain, it looks very uneven and lots of gloom. Which reminds me. Can't switch back to this now. As you can see, I've been collecting lots of Poes. They don't have as much use now that I have gloom armor, but they occasionally you can buy useful items. Alright, let's oh, no, not that.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, I burned through a lot of zonite, by the way. I'm dwindling a little bit in order to get all those crystallized charges. I'm going to keep my resupplying off camera, though, just to try and keep this LED display focused on the actual gameplay itself. Alright. Almost there. Of course, we passed the green marker a little while ago, so clearly that wasn't accurate. Delete that. Huh. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, there is. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I already got the shrine above these, because they're connected. Remember, there's a light route down here, there's a shrine above. As we've established quite thoroughly. This is really difficult to see where I'm going. That looks like another one of those forges. Alright. Let's activate this to get a better look around. And then we'll take a look at this, and then we'll look for the frogs. Looks to be, yeah, it's another mine. Treasure chest. Miner's mask. I think I found another, yeah, that's the second part of the miner set I found. These basically just glow. Considering how many glow potions I've brewed over the course of this game, I don't think I'm going to need too much. Yes, I am authorized. So, these things usually give schematics out. New schema stone. Some of these are useful. Instant scaffold. Could come in handy. Combining that with the sand might be useful. Huh. Right. And apparently, since I can upgrade my energy cell more than 8 times, let us also get you active. Yeah. Go back for now. I could start working. Okay. Yeah, that paused, it lagged in. I'm just going to stop for a second just to make sure that's not going to cause problems. 1 second. Alright, that's taken care of. Alright, as I was saying, despite the fact that I can carry on upgrading my energy cell, it seems, I'm going to save my zoning for the moment because I'm fairly certain upgrading the depths robe again is going to require more zonite. I think it said like 20. Alright. Now that we have this area lit up a little bit, let's go take a look for that frox. More puff shrooms, which I really haven't used nearly as much as I was expecting I would. Alright. Oh well. I guess we're about to find out if I was even remotely close to where I thought this obsidian frox was. Another bonfire. Let's send one of these into the distance to see if I'm heading in the right direction. Another light route. This might help. Yeah. The beacons I placed were approximations based on a not very clear map on I found on the internet. That unfortunately wasn't as helpful because I haven't filled in as much as the map as I was in the depths as I was hoping I would have, and terrain here is really uneven. This is getting wow, this is not helping nearly as much as I was hoping it was going to. That looks like another Yiga clan hideout down there. Yeah, navigating this area, it's not going to be easy. Alright. I still have plenty of these. Let's get a bit more light going. Alright, so I passed the area where my beacon was, which is not encouraging. Right. Oh, I also resupplied on shields. Which is going to make this next part much easier. Oh, I also need to resupply on rockets, apparently. Alright, high vantage point, lots of light. This should help. This should help us see where that obsidian frox actually is. Alright. This sort of wide open area near a zone deposit is usually a good area where they would be. So it's... I'm just going to flag those points and head that way. See, there's water that way, so it's unlikely to be in that direction. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is not an obsidian frox. Alright. A blue-white one. And let's just... Alright, well that's not what I'm after. Okay then. Well, I could take it on, but it's not going to help me in the long run, so I think it's better to try and go to one of the other spots on my map. Alright. I don't think this one's going to be accurate, but I just want to check while we're here. Yeah, we'll be coming back for that blue right rock, so I'm going to remember where it is. At least try to. Alright. Hopefully the next one has one there. Though, I've been to this region. Or at least I've... Well, I may not have been there, but I've definitely lit in this area up. So I usually take a look around. That's a tall plateau. Alright. Let's, let's see. Need that. Yeah, don't go anywhere. I need some wood because I'm out of flame dispensers. And a bit of zoning. And now some fire. That was weird. Let's try it again. Huh. Alright. Yes. See, the beacon is up there, so this is an area I would not have necessarily explored when I was here last time. So this is looking a bit more promising than I thought it was. It's also a nice energy conserving way of getting around with these hot air balloons, using bundles of wood to burn. In between this video and the next one, I'm probably going to go on a Zonai device run just to resupply everything I need. Oh, there's Nadra. Should be close enough. Another one I haven't gotten to. What do you have? Traveler sword. Pretty much full up for weapons at the moment. Alright, I'm passing where the beacon was, but they're only approximations. Oh. This looks more promising, except for the lagging. Okay, this is an obsidian frox. Alright, in that case, switch to this. I'll get my bow out. Oops, missed. So the main difference between... Yeah, there it is. The main difference between standard froxes and the obsidian ones is they do that belly flop attack multiple times. Oh, and they're a bit tougher. They have the same weakness, though. Alright, got it that time. This is going much simpler than last time. Last time I had difficulty getting on the back of this thing. Yeah, as you can see, once you've dealt with one, you start to get the feel for all their tricks. Then a blunt weapon and a bit of an attack boost is all it really takes. Alright. I probably could have taken on the blue-white one and gotten whatever I assume I'm going to need. This is happening for a bit now. Yeah. I could have gotten what I was going to need for... I assume for the 4th level of this, but... Alright, does that give me what I need? Yes, I need only 3, alright. Apologies again while I again stopped recording to make sure I got all that footage. This will get very tedious for me, but at least for all of you, it's just going to be all patched together as best I can. Alright, so, we got what we came for at the very least. Second. There we go. I will know for next time. So, yes, I assume we're going to need the blue-white frox fangs, I suppose is what they're called. They're gonna be Flint. How did that... Is that from the frox fight? I'm super gonna need that for the final upgrade for the Gloom Robe. Wow. This is taking a risk. Yeah. Oh, whew. Okay, I'm really glad I have lots of stamina now. Otherwise, I probably would not be making it up this. Alright. Good, good. Alright, so that's enough for that for the moment. Let's go upgrade the Gloom Robe, because I should have enough to do so now. The other downside to me having to break up recordings is it's difficult for me to keep track of the actual length of the video is going to be. I think we have an hour and a half still to go. That keeps happening. Specifically, it keeps happening a lot around here every time I teleport to this location. I tend to use this one as the one I go to upgrade to, just because it's easy to get access to. Alright. Yes. Oh, it takes... wait, does it take 3 per? Oh, I don't have enough. I just want to make sure this is... I'm pretty sure. Right. Oh, 200 rupees, yeah. This isn't getting cheap, is it? Oh yeah, they get far more forward when upgrading your clothing as well. So, and yes, I do. Alright, so I do need to get some more. I thought it was 3. I misread that I only needed 3, but it turns out I need 9. I need 3 per. Alright, well, rather than go get all of those, I'll get those off camera. That's annoying. Oh well. We'll continue down my checklist of things to do today now. And next up will be this shrine. And then we'll try and get the last Great Fairy going. I have a lead on that, where we need a drummer for the last one. Alright, so I haven't been in here yet. Eshos Shrine. There was a shrine nearby here, and it was in the last game too. It was down by that lake. Combat training, shields. Well, I really don't use shields at all. Well, it's just being the easy way of blessing. No, why do I get this distinct feeling this is gonna come up in the Ganon fight? Well, I'm not gonna need that sword then. Alright, hang on. Let's switch to a non-flammable shield. Yeah, the timing wrong. Alright, so I need a metallic one, I need a wooden one for this. Alright. Let's deal with this guy first. Ow! This is by far the most dangerous of these training simulations they've done. I proved my mastery by almost dying. This is why I don't rely on shields. It would be so much simpler to just avoid getting hit by those spells. Ruby Rod and Topaz Broadsword. I'm pretty good for magic weapons, so I think I'll just stick with my Sapphire One's staves. Yeah. Alright. And the reward for all that was... I might use Zonite Shield. Well, I guess it makes sense it's a shield. There we go. Alright, another Light of Blessing. How many does that bring me up to now? 1! Yeah, I thought I cashed them all in recently. Okay. Alright, so here's them again. I think I talked to them already. Yes. Sound of a drum near Bonnaroo's stand. So that's just up to the north here, so let's go work on that. Another Quark. Well, we're here. Might as well help him. You'd think these Quarks would pack later. Alright, have to drag him across this monster-filled swamp. What is that? Blue nitrate. Every time I try to come up with an inventive way of getting these things to their friends, like with a vehicle or something, it never works. So I'm just going to... I'm just going to drag them there. There we go. Let's go. Yeah, we're almost there. The campfire outside a monster cave. Yeah, I'm nowhere near getting any more of those, so I don't know why I bothered. Here's a monster cave. Fort Hitano Cave. Might as well take a look. I'll just select that in case I need to make a quick escape. Oh. For a side thing, it looks rather difficult. I'd rather focus more on what we're actually trying to get to today. Alright. So it's that way. Maybe we can take a shortcut. In case you're wondering, I still have the gloom sword I got from Phantom Ganon. I just combined it with the one of the Blue Alpha's horns to make this sort of katana sword. It's quite powerful, but apparently it drains my health, so I'm hesitant to use it yet. I'll just still have his bow. Trying to upgrade my heart containers before I use it, because that gets stronger with the number of hearts you have. Okay, so that's right where the, this is where we ran into Hetsu last game, and his maracas. His prized magical maracas that require a ridiculous amount of Korok seeds to work. We're in this alcove up ahead we're going to be heading to. It's clearing. This is who we're here to see. Beats. Yeah, they have very inventive names. How else am I supposed to look at you? You're trying to attract bees with a drum? I don't think that's how that works. Okay, so I have to find you honey, I'm guessing. Alright, this is a standard fetch quest. Well, I've been to Kakariko Village, so it's up by here. Let's teleport there to shorten the trip, and we'll see if we can get 3 Corsair bees. I don't think I have any of those. I haven't really gone after them much. But I will check. 73 shrines I've been to. That's got to be the halfway. We've got to be past halfway in the shrines by this point. Oh, right. For some reason, the Sage avatars will not show up in town. Just gonna check if I have any Corsair bee honey. No. Alright. Oh, there's one. I don't need much in the way of... Yeah. I have allies. I don't really need much in the way of tricks to get these. So actually, not what I can just teleport out. 2. And there's a 3rd one. Alright, now I should have placed my travel medallion there in order to go back quickly, but I didn't. That's fine. It's downhill from here, so I should be able to get there relatively quickly anyway. Three combs of bee honey. Alright. Well, I should have that now. Unless he's going to want something very specific. Like I have to make it for him or something. And after this, because I don't want to go keep hunting down more obsidian foxes, because I'm going to find the locations of more of them clearly, or wait for another blood moon, I think we'll head towards Lanayru. There he is. Yep. Pick up some more fire fruit. Yes. Wait, do you mean to tell me I have raw honeycomb in my pouch? Not in any other container? It's going to get all very sticky inside there. Alright. That's, That taken care of. Let's just teleport. It's quicker. However, there's usually been a second half of this where I have to transport them somehow, and the bridge, as you will see, is out. Whee! Oh. A Quark puzzle. Oh, it's another one of these. Yeah, you can't just, you need to attach it to something. I assume what I have to do is attach it to something like a rock, and so it'll pull it down into the water. This might be heavy enough. Alright, let's throw this into the... Not heavy enough. Oh, well there's something really ridiculous over there that definitely will be heavy enough. Yeah, I think this will do. As you can see here, one of these, the bridge has been completely destroyed. So I imagine I'm going to have to come up with some clever workaround for that now. Oh, that might be stuck. It might be too deep now. Alright, let's there we go. Oh, good grief. I think one fell in the time I was away. Getting this one. They did. Well, this should be more than heavy enough, I believe. Are you kidding me? That cork was really in there. That was ridiculous. Alright. Well, let us see what they need me to do for them now. And then we'll head on to Lanayru after this. Alright. Yes, can we I suspect I'm going to have to make a raft of some sort. Richard, they are annoying, but no. Alright, so I'm going to need to have to make a raft, or a boat. Alright, I can do those. Yeah, I've noticed that. Alright. Need that. Probably need another one. Alright. I have no fans left. That is not good. Oh, there's a sail, though. Alright, I might yet be able to salvage this. I'll just need to position this a bit further back. And I'll put the sail in front. Oh, quit panicking. I'm building a raft. Alright, now the bad news is I'm full for weapons. I do have this, a Korok Frond, which I could make Oh, wait, there is a fan. No. Alright, never mind. We will use the fan. In fact, since there's two of them, we might as well use both. And that steering console. Alright, let's give this a try. See if this works. Alright, let's get this one. Hang on. Don't worry, I'm just getting us in the water. Yep. She doesn't look like she's enjoying the ride. I think this is the one that was at Kakariko Village before. I think this is the first one we met. I might be wrong though. Alright, well, that's all done. Alright. 5 blue white frog's fangs, 3 frog's guts, 10 large zonite. Okay, that's going to be difficult to upgrade. And 500 rupees. Alright. Well, we've got them all now. Alright, so we took care of that. That's nice. I'm definitely going to be working towards getting all the materials I need for upgrading this to its maximum off camera, because it's going to take a while. Alright. With that, we've done all the side stuff I wanted in preparations, so it's time to get back onto the main story, which means it's time to head to Zora's domain. Let's head to this tower to start with from. Right. Based on the time we have left, which I believe is just under an hour, we're probably only going to get all the prep work done for the next temple. Or maybe not even that. Oh yes. The sludge that was the problem, that seems to be the regional problem here. Oh. My sensor is detecting a shrine of light. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of this splash fruit. Oh! Oh, we're spoiled for choices. I think the choo-choo jelly destroyed the... Ow! What happens if I throw water at this thing? Nothing. Okay. Ah! Alright. Don't really want the topaz rod, so let's leave it at that. Where is this shrine? More choo-choo jelly is always nice, though. Where is this shrine? Is it underneath? I do not know what happens if you touch this stuff. Okay, it's down this way. And I'm not sure I want to know. How far down below is this shrine? That looks like it might be a cave entrance. That might be where it is. Here, right down below again. Oops. Ah! Ugh. Alright. Using my own element against me, guys. Yeah, these walls might be too wet to climb. Still saying nearby down below. So that makes me think the shrine isn't in here. Ah! Blood Moon. I mean, I'd be annoyed, but these are bokoblins. Maybe I'll just get more HP out of this. Also, that means the Froxes I killed are going to come back, which means I can go get more of those, which is good.
When the glow of the blood-stained moon shines upon the land.
Zelda, you don't need to make it sound so ominous. We've seen this hundreds of times by now. Hello. No, this hardly seems fair. As you can see, I've used up a lot of my blunt weapons. And the materials necessary to make more of them. Still saying below. Well, it was nice to resupply on ice fruit because I tend to burn through those quite quickly. This is almost destroyed, so let's just drop that. There's a booble frog in there, I know, but I don't really care about collecting those anymore. I hear an encounter music. Where's the encounter? Oh, it's one of those things. Is this where the shrine is? Oh. You know you're a dangerous monster when your opponent can literally just walk past you. Alright, I think we have to go the other way. Oh no, everyone, there's two of them. There's two monsters that I can easily walk past. Ow. Okay, this one's positioned slightly better. I think I'm out of... I'll use this. It's got a high attack power. This looks nice. It's not the easiest to stand on, apparently. It looks nice. Alright, what's in here? Some arrows. Alright, this looks like a floodgate. Sorry, fishies. As you can see, I'm not really bothering to collect those much anymore. Alright, let's see if that floodgate lowered the water level in that other chamber or not. That's a very old-fashioned Zelda puzzle. That's dates back to the... I don't remember if you remember my Link to the Past playthrough, but the Watergate dungeon. We had to open a floodgate in the light world to... not for crying out loud. To get by in the dark world. Am I going to have to use a rocket to get up out of here? No. This is going to be something almost as ridiculous. I'm going to spend so much time looking for this one shrine, I'm not going to find it. I spent a lot of time in Lanayru last time, so I'm curious to see how it's changed. Alright, I'm also going to go in this cave one more time just to make sure if the shrine is in there or not. Ow! Alright, that didn't help. Hang on, I need your horns. The reason I like fighting those horriblins is because they drop these very nice stab hafts. Alright, because I'm going to need... Right. So, are we any closer to the shrine? There's a networks of caves in here. Where am I? Yeah, there's a honeycomb of caves here. Alright. So there's a shrine in there somewhere, but finding it is going to take a while. Let's head to Zora's domain, because I do want to get this started, at the very least. I don't think we're going to get much further in, though. Yeah, there were tons of Los Alphoses here last time. Well, these blue ones, I like the horns in these blue ones, so... Surprise attack! Alright, well there's one shrine. That's good. Oh, look at this water. This does not look clean, and this is... I mean, that... Okay, I think we're going to have to go up the... I think the next shrine's going to be... Sorry. I think the next dungeon is going to be in the sky because there's sludge falling from it. Ugh, that looks disgusting. This does look like a very great spring to me now. Alright. Magawak Shrine. The power of water. Alright. I'm just going to pause for 1 second. I just want to check how long I've been recording for, because breaking this up is making that difficult to keep track of. Alright. So I assume this has something to do with using splash fruits. Are those hydrants we found? Because that's what this looks like. What is this? It was like a... like a battery? Alright, let's get the hand out because we're going to need that first, definitely. Huh. Oh, this is the... no, those are the club version. I don't like those. Alright. It's supposed to... so, some sort of hydroelectrical system we have going on here. Alright, I have no clue what I just did, but it worked. Alright, 1 second. Let's put that down there. I assume I have to get in this and use this battery to power... apparently not. Now you're supposed to... Oh, okay, I have to work fast. Alright. I see what I'm supposed to do here. Alright. Now, assuming that this lasts, I should be able to get across there. No. I get electrocuted almost instantly. Alright. Alright. Slight positioning problem, but I think I solved that. This is by far one of the weirdest puzzles I've ever had to do in this game. I assume this is a key. No, it's an opal. Alright. Now we have to move on to what I assume is the main event for this puzzle. Alright, let's put you down right there. Is it trying to charge this now? I think it's just trying to charge itself. Alright, this did not work last time. The fact it very clearly looks like it should. I was just got the positioning wrong or something. There we go. Getting there. Yeah, we found him. Ooh. Yeah, I've noticed the sludge. I should be able to take care of that. There's some splash root left. Let's try a little more. Was it that statue of Mifa last time? And now it seems to be a Sidon. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh! I didn't even notice me. I didn't even notice myself on the back there. I'm not carrying a sword. How do you know? Okay, why does this one not have a name? Oh! I did. Yes, where is he? Mifa Court. Oh, on Polymus Mount. Okay, so we're going to some of the familiar places. In case you're wondering, I spent a lot of time in Lanayru, so I'm more familiar with this location than any of the other ones. Easiest main quest yet. Alright, so it looks like Sidon is going to be our Sage of Water, I assume. Alright. Alright, getting up there without Zora armor is going to be tricky. I remember Torfo. The king isn't here. This must be their infirmary. Restoring the Zora armor. Alright, well I know where to find ancient arowanas, but I don't have any at the moment because I've cooked them all. Alright, this sounds like it's going to be important, so let's go... Yeah, so that's where I suspect... This is, I suspect, to be the next dungeon. Alright, ancient arowanas. Well, it's just found near water, so... So we're probably going to go meet up with Sidon after this, and that's probably all we're going to have time for today. Inisa Shrine, yep, alright. Maybe it's not here. I seem to remember seeing a bunch of them after we around here, just after we shortly did our little skydive, but that was a while ago. It's amazing how when you're suddenly trying to find something very straightforward and simple, you can't find it. Okie dokie then. This should be it, right? There we go. There's just one I need, right? I don't need... Perfect! Yes, we're probably going to need the Zora's armor quite a bit. Now, it's a full set. We had to go through some trouble to get it all last time. So we'll have to see how that goes. Oh, I almost came. Yeah. Have one.
Whoa. Yes, yes.
All right.
Whoa. Yes.
Oh, I didn't mean to repeat that conversation.
Whoa. Yes.
Alright. It's going to be somewhat weaker than my gloom robe, but still, I'm going to need this. So, yes, looks like I have to go up that way. I'm going to try to avoid... Oh, wow. I'm going to try to avoid getting knocked out of the air by that sludge. What? I never get tired of seeing that. Apparently. Oh boy. Alright, shrine this way, and Sidon is this way, so let's go this way. I still don't want to touch this stuff. It even sounds disgusting. Mifa Court. S.A.N Shrine. Mid-air perch. Oh, okay, so I have to use these things. Alright. We need to move it back a little bit, I think. Alright, and looks like there's another section. Oh, this looks complicated. Or maybe not. Put it right there. Let's climb on. Not so complicated after all. I'd have had 4 if I found another shrine! I'll have to go back and look for that. Alright, we're almost done here, but I want to go talk to Sidon and start the actual main Zora quest line here. Oh, he's up to some sort of magic at the moment. Hello, old friend.
Is it really you? It's good to see you, my friend. No!
Alright, so he looks busy. Toto Lake. Where's that? Alright, let's see. Toto Lake. Okay, it's right there. Let's mark that point. It's not too far. However, we've come pretty far so far today, so I think this is a good place to stop. We've run into Sidon. We've managed to start investigating the problems in Zora's domain, and we have a lead on a possible solution. So I think this is a good stopping point then for this week. Also, I noticed that all through this last little section, there was no lagging issues. That's nice. Maybe I've managed to solve it. I don't know. I did a few things different this last section, so it might have something to do with that. Who knows? I'll try and sort that as we go along. In the meantime, thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe, and please join me here again next time as we continue exploring Zora's domain to help Sidon prevent that disgusting stuff from tainting this place further. Hopefully we can find a solution. Goodbye, everyone.